الحمد لله حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه كما يحب ربنا ويرضى. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله الناصح الأمين. اللهم صل على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ومن تمسك بسنته إلى يوم الدين. ثم أما بعد. Ya marhaban bikum, everyone that was able to come out this morning to listen via their various devices from afar. We say unto all of you, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And likewise to all those who my voice may reach them sometime in the future due to or by way of the recording. We would like to look at, inshallah ta'ala, a hadith that is very important and has some very important benefits in it as relates to the everyday life of the Muslims. And that is a hadith that has been collected by Imam Abu Dawood, Imam At-Tirmidhi, Imam An-Nisa'i, and Imam Ibn Majah, and others. And it is from the hadith of An Abi Qataadah, on the authority of Abu Qataadah, أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, and he narrates that the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, he said concerning what? قال النبي, أو that the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم قال, he said as relates to في الحرة, that the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, he said as relates to the hirra, as relates to the cat. نعم. إنها ليست بنجس, that it is not impure, that the cat is not impure. إنما هي من الطوافين عليكم, but rather the cat, it is that which enters frequently upon you. It is that which intermingles with you, and it enters frequently upon you inside of your homes. Inside of your houses. This hadith is important because it's a hadith that we learn a lot of benefits from it. From those benefits that we learn from this hadith, upon what we see just from the reading of the hadith, is that it is permissible for us to have cats as pets. It is permissible for us to have cats as pets, and for cats to live, and cats to live inside of our houses. Okay? قال فضيلة الشيخ العلامة شيخ صالح الفوزان حفظه الله تعالى. He said, أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال في الحرة, that the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, he said about the الحرة. نعم. والحرة أنثى, and the hirra, it is the female. It is the female, the female cat. This was being, the word that was used was in reference to a female cat. But what is meant is cats in general. So whether it is a female cat or a male cat, it's meant cats in general. Domesticated cats, as we will come to see. The Shaykh, he says, وَهُوَ حَيَوَانٌ مَعْرُوف, and it is an animal that's well known. وَيُقَالْ لَهُ, and it is also called القطة. It's also called القطة. نعم. ويقال, and it is also called سنور. It's also called سنور. نعم. These are various names for cats, various names for cats in the Arabic language. منه ما يكون أهليا ومنه ما يكون بليا. You have from the cats those that are domesticated, and then you have for the cats those that are wild. نعم. والكلام الآن في الحرة الأهلية. And the speech now is concerning the domesticated cats. And when we mean domesticated cats as opposed to a wild cat, we don't mean in the sense of domesticated cats as opposed to feral cats. No, that's not what we're talking about. Those cats that are domesticated and the various breeds of cats that are domesticated is that which is being spoken about. Now, the cats that are wild, then this is referring to those cats that are not typically domesticated. For example, like the bobcat, the bobcat, or some of the larger cats. Those cats that are not traditionally domesticated. So these bigger cats that are not domestic cats, then this is what is meant by wild cats. This is what is meant by wild cats. So it's not to be understood what is meant by wild cats are cats that are feral. No. It means those cats that are not generally domesticated, like a bobcat. You don't find people having bobcats walk around their houses or, the like. طيب. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم في الحرة. The Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, he said about the hirra, إنها ليست بنجس. That the hirra, the cat, it is not najis. And this is a benefit for those who are studying the Arabic language. And for other than them, is that najis بفتح الجيم with a fatha on the jeen, najas, is a kalima that is used to describe a number of things. It is one of those words in the Arabic language that is used to describe a number of things, right? From them, it is used to describe, or you can use najas as relates to the masculine, right? So you can say, rajulun najas, a man who is najas, right? A man who is najas, who is impure. What you call, so this is masculine and this is singular, okay? This is masculine and this is singular. And you could also use it for the masculine plural. So it can be said, you call rijalun najasun, impure men, okay? So this is as relates to what? The masculine, that is plural. That is plural. Also, it is like the statement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showing us how it can be used to identify a group of both men and women, plural. Allah ta'ala, he says, إِنَّمَا الْمُشْرِكُونَ نَجَسٌ. The Prophet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said, and verily, the polytheists, they are najasun. They are najas, impure. وَيُقَال إِمْرَأَ najas. And it can also be used for the feminine. So it can be said, a woman who is najas, she's impure. A woman who is impure, right? So this word, najas, it can be used in its exact same form to refer to the singular masculine and the singular plural. Likewise, it can be used to refer to a woman or the feminine, right? Singular and the like, right? That makes sense? So again, this word, it can be used to refer to the masculine and the feminine, the singular and the plural. And najas ضد طهارة or طاهر. The najas or najas is ضد طاهر. It is the opposite of one who is pure. طاهر, pure. Now, The Shaykh, he goes on and he says, وَسَبَبْ فِي هَذَا, and the reason for this narration, بِقَوْلِهِ, is explained inside of his statement. إِنَّمَا هِيَ مِنَ الطَّوَافِينَ عَلَيْكُمْ, that verily the cats are from those which enter and intermingle with you. نعم. وَالطَّوَافِينَ جَمْعَ طَوَّاف. نعم. And that which, الطَّوَّافِين, which has been translated as enter, a lot with you, then this is the plural. The singular of it is طَوَّاف, something that comes in and it comes and it goes amongst you. It intermingles with you and it comes and it goes amongst you. وَالطَّوَّاف هو متردد على الناس في بيوتهم. الطواف, then this is that which, those things that come and go and intermingle with you and move about inside of your homes. That come and go, intermingle with you and move about inside of your homes. And I want you to look at this, right? This word has been used as it relates to the cat, and it's similar to al-khadam, it's similar to the servant, to the domestic servants. لما كانوا يترددون على أسيادهم, when بخدمة, when the servants, they move about amongst their employers, or and the like, they move about amongst the house, doing various things, cleaning, cooking, and whatever the case is, right? They move about amongst the house, going and coming and going. قال Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah ta'ala, he says, as it relates to the servants, the domestic servants, ليس عليكم ولا عليهم جناح بعدهن, that you don't have, there's no problem, there's no sin on you nor upon them, the servants, to move about, attending to one another, right? طوافون عليكم بعضكم على بعض, that you move about amongst each other, that there is no problem with this. And this is في غير هذه الحالات الثلاثة, and this is outside of the 3 times, because early in the ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions 3 times that people are not to be entered upon. Right? 3 times the servants are not to enter upon their employers or the like. And that is before Fajr. That is at the time of the noon rest, at the time when people are taking their rest, after Dhuhr, right? Their noon nap, and after Isha. Okay? Outside of these 3 times, then there is no problem for them to move about. There is no problem for them to move about doing their duties and the like. But if you look at the ayah, the word that is used to refer to the servants that go and come and go, those domesticated servants, is طوافون. Right? But when we go back to the hadith, we look at the hadith, the word that is used to refer to the cats is what? طوافين عليكم. They go and come upon you. You see, in the ayah, طوافون عليكم. In the hadith, طوافين عليكم. Basically, the same word. Used for the cats, like the servants, in the sense that they both come and go and come, right? Amongst the house. They move around and move about the house. So, the cat was likened to the servant in this regard. Right? That makes sense? Shaykh Fawzan, hafidhullah ta'ala, he said that there is a reason for this hadith. That this statement from Abu Qataadah, and when he, radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and when he mentioned this, what he had learned from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there's a story behind it. There's a reason that he mentioned this, and a reason it came up. There's an incident that sparked this discussion, for lack of a better term. And that is, as it comes inside of the Shaykh Fawzan, he mentions, right? He says, وَهُوَ أَنَّ أَبَا قَتَادَةَ, he said, and that is because Abu Qataadah, radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, أُعِدَّ له ماء ليتوضأ. There was presented for him and prepared for him some water so he can make wudu from it. There was some water brought so he can make wudu from it. فَجَاءَتْ الْحِرَّةِ لِتَشْرَبَ. And then there came a cat. Some water was prepared for him, right? And then there came a cat. فَأَصْغَى إِلَيْهَا فَأَصْغَى لَهَا الْإِنَاء حَتَّى شَرِبَتْ. Then there came for them a cat. So he pushed the bowl forward to the cat, putting it near to the cat, so the cat could drink from it. حَتَّى شَرِبَتْ. And then the cat, it drank from the water that had been prepared for him to make wudu from it. So the cat drank from it before what? Before he was able to make wudu. You understand? The water was prepared, presented, right? And before he can make wudu, the cat comes, because the cat wants to drink from the vessel. So the vessel was pushed forward to the cat, so the cat could drink. This is before he made the wudu. فَتَعَجَّبَتْ الْمْرَأَةِ. So the woman became amazed by this. The one that had prepared this, his wife or the like, his wife, we understand. She became amazed. She became amazed by this. وقال, so he said, أَتَعْجَبِينَ مِنْ هَذَا? He said, are you amazed by this? This is amazing for you? This is shocking to you, right? Because she was shocked that you letting the cat drink out of it before you make wudu. So he said, are you shocked by this? This is amazing for you? He said, Inna Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam qal. He said, verily, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he said, Innaha laysat binajis. That verily is not impure. It is not impure. Innama hiya, but rather, it is only from what? At-tawafina alaykum. It is only those things that is not impure because it's something that constantly enters upon you. It's from those things that intermingle with you. Okay? فأبو قتادة رضي الله تعالى عنه, Abu Qataadah أزال إشكال. He removed any type of doubt. الذي حصل من شراب الحرة في الإناء. He removed all doubts and all concerns surrounding the cat eating from the vessel, or drinking from the vessel. بل إنه أصغى لها الإناء وأعانها على ذلك من ماء وضوئه. But rather he helped the cat drink from the vessel. He pushed it towards the cat, right? Made it near to the cat, and helping the cat drink from it. Helping the cat drink from the water he was going to make wudu with, right? وَيَتَوَضَّأْ مِنْهُ. And then he made wudu from it. You see? Allahu Akbar. Do you see the beauty of the deen of Al-Islam? You see the beauty of the deen of Al-Islam? What a beautiful incident this is. What a beautiful incident. This incident is very important for us, though. It's very important, right? It has a lot of benefits inside of this hadith. We're going to mention a few, inshallah ta'ala. We're going to mention a few, right? From them, the first one, the Shaykh he mentions, he says, طهارة الحرة في بدنها, is that we learn from this hadith that the cat, it is pure in its body, and his body is pure, right? It's not najis. وأنه يجوز لمسها, and that it's permissible to touch it. The body is not impure, it's permissible to touch the cat. So if the cat rubs upon you, like cats like to do, right? They rub upon you with their bodies. They'll rub you with their head, and try to give you a little head rub, whatever, with their head, right? This is what cats do. Okay? Then don't cringe from this. It's okay. Because what? Because their bodies are pure. It's not impure. It's not going to harm your state of purity. Okay? وَدُخُولُهَا عَلَى النَّاسِ, and it's permissible for the cats to enter upon people. Right? It's permissible for you to have a cat as a pet, and the cat lives with you and is a pet, and you take care of it. That's permissible. It's fine. It's fine. So if your children, they want pets, then it's okay for them to have a cat as a pet. It's permissible. Secondly, we understand from this, and this is very important, because, as we will come to go over more and see, cats, they are very intelligent animals, and pretty much they do their own thing. Okay? Cats are very intelligent and they do their own thing. So what we learn from the second benefit we learn is very important, given the fact that one, cats enter upon us, and as we'll come to see, whether we want them to or not, they're going to enter upon us, right? From time to time, it happens. And cats are very intelligent, and they do their own thing. They're very intelligent, and they're going to do their own thing, right? So if a cat needs something, if it's hungry and the like, or if it's thirsty, due to their intelligence, they're going to be able to find the food, figure out how to get to it, and then they're going to eat it. They're going to find the water, figure out how to get to it, then they're going to drink from it. You understand? Whether that water is inside of a cup or is inside of a pitcher or is inside of, whatever the case is, they're going to find their way to it and figure out how to get to it, and then they're going to drink from it. So the second thing that we learn from this is very important. It's very important, right? And that is that fihi dalil, the Shaykh mentions, fihi dalilun, there is a proof here, ala tahara su'raha, upon, su'riha, that there is a proof in it that shows us the pureness of what is left over, right? Su'run is what? Is baqiyatu shay. It's something that's left over. وَهُوَ مَا تَبْقَى مِنْ شَرَابِهَا. And this is what is left after it drinks. So the cat drinks, and what's left over, then this is the su'r, right? This is su'ruha. This is what is left over. Likewise, if it eats something, what's left behind, it's pure. These things are pure. Because the cat drank from a vessel does not make the content of that vessel after it has finished what it was drinking from it impure. Likewise, if it eats from something, like if it eats from, those cats that are not trained, and, you can't train a cat, but for so much for the most part, right? Generally, cats do their own thing, right? So, for cats who are not taught table manners, they may jump upon the table and eat something from your plate. That's what cats do. It happens, right? But it's important to understand that whatever is left, the reminiscence, is not impure. It's not impure. Okay? It's very important. In the Shaykh, he says, وَأَنَّهُ يَجُوزَ الْوُضُوء بِهِ, and that if they were to drink from your water, it's permissible to make wudu from it. If they drink from your water, it's permissible to make wudu from that same water. وَتَطَهُّرْ بِهِ, and also to cleanse yourself from it. That same water in which the cat drank from. لأن أبا قتادة, because Abu Qataadah تركها تشرب, because he left the cat to drink, and من ماء وضوئه, he left the cat to drink from the water he was going to make the wudu with. ثم توضأ منه رضي الله تعالى عنه, and then he made wudu from it. نعم. وأسند ذلك إلى الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم, and he attributed this to the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, that this is what he had learned from the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. نعم. فإذا شربت من إناء أو أكلت من طعام, so if the cat were to drink from some water, or some water, or if liquid, it may drink something that's not water, but if it were to drink from a vessel, or eat some of the food, فَإِنَّمَا بَقِيَ بَعْدَهَا طَاهِرٌ, what remains after it inside is it's clear, it's clean, it's pure. Okay? And this is a very important point right here. Okay? I don't even want to be skittish or anything. Very important point. What's left behind is pure. Okay? لا يجوز, it is not permissible. It's not permissible. إراقته, to throw it out, to pour it out. Nor is it permissible to ضيعه, to discard it. It's not permissible. If a cat eats or drinks from something not permissible, then after that you want to throw it out. No, it's not permissible. Very important point. The Shaykh says, لا يجوز, it's not permissible. Now, but in this, also, the third thing is a very important principle, and it shows you the beauty of Islam for those who contemplate. It illustrates the beauty of the deen of al-Islam and how this deen is perfect, right? And also, I'm sure we may see at this point that the ulama, they're not like other than them. How many of us read this hadith before? Maybe even memorized it. This hadith, is inside Bulugh al-Maram. Naam, it's inside Bulugh al-Maram. It's in the first few hadith that are there, right? So it's there. It's in those first hadith there, right? In Bulugh al-Maram. طيب. How many of us have read this hadith? But at the same time, how many of us have seen all of what has been shown to us by Shaykh Saleh al-Fawzan, hafidhahullah ta'ala? How many of us have picked up on that? All these benefits that come from this hadith. That we may read it and think, oh, that's nice, but and then that's it. Not extracting all of these beautiful benefits, right, as relates to our everyday life from this hadith. It shows you the ulama, they're not like other than them. It is important that we connect ourselves to the ulama and that we run away from those who try to disconnect us from the ulama. The third point that the Shaykh he mentions, which shows us the beautiful deen, the beauty of the deen of al-Islam, is that فيه دليل على قاعدة المشهورة, that in it there is a proof for the famous principle. And it shows you that those principles, al-fiqhiyya, qawaid al-fiqhiyya, those principles of Islamic jurisprudence, they're all extracted from the proofs and the evidences. They're all extracted from the proofs and the evidences. They all have proof and evidence, and that's how they're extracted, right? And, you find it's not just one proof and evidence, but a many proofs and evidence where we see this principle. And this is how, the Mashaykh and the ulama, they have extracted these principles as they see them inside the proofs and the evidences, so that we can help us to understand better our religion. Okay? And that principle that is extracted, that famous principle, is al-mushaqqa tajlibu taysir, is that extreme difficulty necessitates ease or brings about ease. So that when something is extremely difficult, then the Sharia, it has rules and regulations so as to make that affair easy. Al-Imam Uthaymin, rahimahullah ta'ala, he says in his manzuma fi usul al-fiqh wal-qawa'id, right, he says, فاجلب التيسير لكل ذي شطط فليس في دين الحنيف من شطط. He said that it is necessitated ease for every extreme difficulty, because there is not inside of the deen that is hanif any difficulty. نعم فليس في دين الحنيف من شطط. Right? So there is no extreme difficulty inside of Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he says, وَمَا جَعَلَ عَلَيْكُمْ فِي الدِّينِ مِنْ حَرَجٍ. Allah ta'ala, he says, I did not make any difficulty, extreme difficulty upon you in the religion. Now, so when we look back, now a person is saying, well, how do we see that from this hadith? As Shaykh Fawzan, he mentions, he says, لأن الحرة لما صعب التحرز منها خفف الله سبحانه وتعالى على عباده فلم يجعلها نجسة. He said, since it is hard to prevent the cat and difficult to prevent the cat, then Allah Ta'ala, he did not place, he made it easy. Allah Ta'ala made it easy upon his servants, and he did not make the cat impure. He did not make the cat impure. وَلَمْ يَجْعَلْ مَا لَمَسَتْهُ أو شربت منه نجسا. Nor did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make that which the cat touch or what the cat drink to be impure. نعم لأنه لو كان نجسا, because if the cat was impure, لشق ذلك على الناس, that would be hard for the people. That would have been an extreme difficulty for the people. فإن كثير من الناس, and you find that many of the people لا يسلمون من دخول القطط في بيوتهم. Many of the people you find, they're not free or void from the cats entering inside of their houses. نعم ومن شرابها من أوانيهم, nor from them drinking from their vessels, right? And remember, here, especially in the older and traditional type of housing and so on and so forth, it was easy for the cats to enter inside of the house. It was easy. They, especially as we mentioned, cats, they're very intelligent. They pretty much do what they want. You understand? So it's very easy for them to enter inside the house and eat from what they, and drink from what they want to drink from the people's vessels. أو أكلها من طعامهم, or from them eating from the people's food. right? Cats, they're hungry. They're going to eat from your food. They're not going to ask you permission. They're going to eat from it. Okay? فَهِرَّ بِخِلَافِ الْكَلْبِ. The cat is different from the dog. Is different from the dog. One, in the sense that you don't find stray dogs entering inside of people's homes and intermingling with them and eating with them. You don't find that. But you find that with cats. You find a cat will enter inside your house, eat what it want to eat. A stray cat will enter inside your house if it can get in, eat what it want to eat, drink what it want to drink. Because in that sense, you don't find that cats have that same degree of fear from humans like the dogs do. You understand? A stray dog, he won't enter inside someone's house, but a stray cat will. A stray cat will. Also, there's a difference, is that the Shaykh, he mentions, he says that as far as the dogs, فَالنَّاسِ فِي الغالب لَيْسُوا بِحَاجَةٍ إِلَى الْكَلْبِ. Generally, people don't need a dog. We don't have any need for dogs, generally. Of course, we know there are exceptions for guard dogs and for hunting dogs and so on and so forth, but generally, most people don't need a hunting dog. And the like. وأيضا, also, فإن الكلب لا يطوف على الناس, is that dogs don't be intermingling and moving around with the people. The dog is different. The dog come in and you're not going to be walking around and intermingling with the people. ولا يدخلوا إلى بيوتهم إلا بإذنهم, and dogs don't come inside people's houses if the people let them come inside the house, as opposed to the cat. Cats go and come as they want. Whether you let it in or not, the cat's going to come in. And it's going to move around and intermingle with you. Okay? Because the cat, as the Shaykh he mentions, it may come in from the front door, it may jump over the roof, it may come over a wall. Cats are very limber, you know what I mean? So they're gonna come in. Either they're gonna jump over a couple walls and come down, they're gonna come in from the roof, they're gonna come in from the porch, come in from the patio, they're gonna come in the front door, come in from a window, and they're like, cats kind of do what they want to do. They come in from every place. So stopping them, especially in the older type traditional houses, it's very difficult to stop them from coming inside the house when they're going to come in and do what they want anyway. Okay? So for that reason, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He made it easy upon His servants as relates to the cat, and He made it easy as relates on the Muslims, as relates to the rulings, as relates to the cats, and that cats, they are pure, and what they leave behind from food and drink also is pure, so it could be used still, right? And this is a benefit upon the Muslims and an illustration of where this principle comes from, that extreme difficulty necessitates relief and ease, right? And the like. And because of the time, we're going to leave it like that, because it's just meant to be a short reminder, right? So we're going to leave it like that. فنكتفي بهذا القدر، وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين، وجزاكم الله خيرا.